शिव का ये शुभ संदेश। ये वेश बदल परिवेश बदल, ये वेश बदल परिवेश बदल, चलो अपने देश। है आत्माओं सुन लो शिव का ये शुभ संदेश। है आत्माओं सुन लो शिव का ये शुभ संदेश।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. 22nd of May 2024. Morning Murli. Bapdada Madhuvan. Essence. Sweet children, you have to become karmadit before returning home. This is why no flow should remain inside you. Continue to examine yourself and remove any weaknesses you have. Essence, sweet children, you have to become karmadit before returning home. This is why no follow you should remain inside you. Continue to examine yourselves and remove any weaknesses you have. Question. In order to create which stage do you have to make effort? Which effort do you have to make for that? Answer. Anything you see with your eyes should not appear in front of you. Even while seeing, do not see. Even while living in your bodies, remain soul conscious. It takes time to create this stage. Your intellect must not remember anything except the Father and home. To attain this stage, become introverted and examine yourself. Keep your own charts. Om Shanti. You sweetest, long lost, and now found spiritual children, understand that you are establishing your deity kingdom in which there are kings and well as subjects. Everyone makes effort. Those who make more effort claim a bigger praise. This is a common law. It is nothing new. You can call it a deity garden or deity kingdom. This garden is now iron-aged. It is a jungle of thorns. In this too, some trees bear plenty of fruit of other less. Some mangoes have less use, others are of another variety. There are varieties of trees, flowers and fruit. In the same way, all of you children are also number-wise according to the effort you make. Some of you give very good fruit and others give fruit that is not so good. There are varieties of trees. This is a garden that bears fruit. This deity tree is being established. That is, the garden of flowers is being established as it was in the previous cycle. Gradually, you are becoming very sweet, fragrant, number-wise, according to the effort you make. There are many very sweet and fragrant flowers. They also come to the Father to see his Father's face. Therefore, you surely understand that Baba is making you into the masters of heaven. You children surely have the faith that the unlimited Father is making you into the unlimited masters. There is a great deal of happiness in becoming a master. There is sorrow in the status of a limited master. This play is made up of happiness and sorrow, and it only applies of the people of Bharat. Baba says, you children, first of all, look after your home. A master keeps his vision on his home. The Father too looks at each and every children to sweet virtues and what defects each one has. You children yourself understand that if Baba were to ask you to write down your defects and bring that last to Baba, You could very quickly write down things you consider to be your defects. There is definitely one defect or another. No one has yet become complete. Yes, you definitely do have to become that. There is no doubt that you become that every cycle. However, at this time you have debates. Why you are telling Baba of them? He can explain how to remove them. At this time you have many debates. All the main debates you have due to body consciousness. They cause a great deal of distress. They do not allow your stage to progress. Therefore, make full effort. You now have to renounce your bodies and return home. You also have to imbibe divine virtues here before returning home. Baba is explaining to you the meaning of reaching your karmadit stage. If you want to return having become karmadit, there should no follows you because you are becoming diamonds. Each one of you knows that you follows you have because you are living beings. A physical diamonds would not be remove it from. You are living and being, you can remove all your follows. You become diamonds from cells. You know yourself very well. The surgeon asks you what follow that is causing an obstruction and does not allow you to make progress. Flaws are not removed. The value of diamonds is reduced. This one is also very clever jeweler. Through that his life, he had been examining diamonds with his eye. There would not be another jeweler who has as much interest in assessing diamonds. You two are becoming like diamonds. You understand that you still have one flaw or within another in you. You have not yet become complete because you are living beings. You can remove any flaws by making effort. You definitely do have to become like diamonds, and you will become like that when you make full effort. The father says, the stage of each of your children should be strong that at the time of leaving your body at the end, you will remember no one else. This is clear. You have to forget everyone, your friends are and relative, etc., and have a relationship with the one father alone. You are now becoming like diamonds. This is a jewelry shop. Each of you are jeweler. No one else understands this. You children know that, and it is in the heart of each of you that you are becoming a masters of the world. According to the effort you make, those who claim a high status must definitely have me effort. They are among us you. It is you children who have to make so much effort. This is why Baba continues to look at each and every child, just as someone look at flowers. How fragrant is this flower? What is this particular life? What is following still have? You are living beings and only you living diamonds can understand what defects you have to within you that make you a great intellect. You are away from the Father and make it wander somewhere or another. The Father says, children, remember me alone. No one else should be remembered. While living at home with your families, only remember the one Father. A bhakti was created of those who become ready to go out and do service. It is seen that the older two ones are doing very good service. A few new ones also being added. The bhakti of the older ones had to be created. Although they are older, they definitely do have some defects. Each of you can understand in your heart that you have not created that stage of Baba till you have. The Father has explained your aim and objective. The Creator's allow of this body consciousness. This why your interest has drawn of bodies. While being in your bodies, you have to become soul conscious. You have to create such stage that whatever you see without those two eyes, your intellect should not remember anything other than the Father and the land of peace. You will not able to take anything back with you. At first, all your relationship burned you. Now your relationships are old. You should not have the slightest of remembrance of any relationship. It is said your final thoughts will lead to your final destination. This applies to present time. Human beings of Iron Age have composed those songs, but they do not understand the meaning of them. The main aspect that Baba explains is you must not remember anyone except the one Father. It is only by remembering the one Father that your sins can be cut away. and you can become pure diamond. Some stars are very valuable. Rubies are too valuable. The Father makes you children even more valuable than Himself. Each of you has to check yourself. The Father says, become introverted and check yourself. What defects you do I have? To what extent have I become soul conscious? Baba continues to explain many methods to you for making effort. To whatever extent possible, have remember of the one. No matter how lovely your children are, how beautiful and lovely they are, you must not remember anyone else. Nothing of this world should be remembered. Some have a great deal of attachment to their children. The Father says, remove all your attachment from them and have remembrance of the one only have yoga with, the only lovely Father. You receive everything from Him. By having yoga with Him, you become lovely. It is souls that become lovely. The Father is pure and lovely. In order to make your souls pure and lovely, the Father says, children, the more you remember me, the lovelier you will become. They become so lovely that people are still worshipping you. Even now, in the form of deities, you become very lovely. You rule the kingdom of for the half a cycle, and then you are worshipped. For the other half cycle, you yourselves become worshippers and worship your own images. You are the ones who become the loveliest of all. However, only when you remember the lovely Father, very well will you become lovely. You must not remember anyone except the one Father. Therefore, check yourselves. Do you remember the Father with a great deal of love? There should be tears of love while having remembrance of the Father. Baba, no one is mine except you. There should not be remembrance of anyone else, and no storms of Maya should come. Many storms of do you come? Do you have examined yourself very carefully? Is my love drawn to anyone other than the Father? No matter how lovely something may be, you should only remember the one Father. All of you become the lovers of the one beloved. Once a lover and beloved see each other, that's it. They do not marry. They live apart and yet it remembrance of each other remains in their intellects. You know now that you are lovers and of the one beloved. You also used to remember that beloved a great deal, one path of devotion. Here too, since he is personally in front of you, you have to remember him a great deal. The Father says, remember me alone and your boats will be go across. There is no question of doubt about this. Everyone does devotion in order to meet God. Here, some children do service from deep within their bones. It is as though they become desperate to do service. They work so hard. You also understand that eminent people will not understand that much. However, your efforts are not waste. Some of them understand and become worthy and they continue to come in front of Baba. You can understand whether someone is worthy or not. They receive drishti from you. Children and you children are those ones who decorate them. You children have decorated all of those who have come here. Baba decorated you, and you then decorate others and bring them here. The Father gives thanks when you decorate others in the way that you have been decorated. However, you can decorate others even more than you decorate yourselves. Each one's fortune is separate. Some who come to understand become even clever than the ones who explain to them. They think that they are able to explain better than this one. When they have the intoxication of being able to explain, they go and serve others. They climb into the hearts of the both Bab and Dada. There are many new ones who are clever and the older ones. From thorns, they have become very good flowers. This is why Baba sits and examines everyone. What weakness does this one have? If this one removes this weakness, He can do very good service. Baba is the master of garden. He has desire to get up and go and look at those at back. Because many go and sit at back, very good Maharaji should sit at the front. There is no question of anyone becoming upset about this. If they do feel upset and begin to shock, they are shocking with their own fortune. Their illness limitless happiness on seeing the flowers sitting at the front. This one is very good. This one has a few defects. This one is very clean. This one still has alloy accumulate inside him. Therefore, you have to remove all of that rubbish. No one can love you as much as the father does. A wife has love for her husband, but her husband doesn't have that much love for her. He would even take a second or third wife. When a woman's husband dies, she weeps and wails in distress. But when a man loses a soul, he takes another one. A body is called a soul. Shiv Baba also has a long boot. You children now understand that by remembering Baba, you will become first class. Some who are fashionable have 4 to 5 pairs of shoes. Shawls only has one shoe. There should only be one pair of shoes for the feet. But it has a lot of become the fashion to have plenty. You now understand what inheritance you are claiming father from. We are becoming the masters of the paradise. Heaven is called the wonder of the world. Surely it must heavenly God, the Father who establishes heaven. You are now establishing heaven for yourself in a practical way by following Srimad. Here, people build huge places. All of them are going to be destroyed. What will you do there? Your heart should release that you don't have anything here. Although you live at home with your families, you still understand that everything belongs to Baba. You don't own anything. You are trustees. Trustees do not own anything. Baba is the master. Everything belongs to the Baba. Maintain this Maintain this consciousness even at home. These things do not enter the intellects of wealthy. Baba says, live as trustees. No matter what you do, continue to give a signal to Baba. In bracket, let Baba know about it. Bracket closed. When they write, Baba, can I build a house? Baba replies, by all means, build it, but remain a trustee. The father is sitting here. When the father returns home, you will all go back together with him. Then you will go into your kingdom. I have to come every cycle in order to purify you. I come at my own time. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. We are the spiritual children, say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana 1. Remove your attachment from everyone and only remember the one lovely father. Become introverted and examine yourself for defects and remove them. Become a valuable diamond. First, remove your attachment from everyone and only remember the one lovely father. Become introverted and examine yourself for defects and remove them. Become a valuable diamond. Second, just as the Father has decorated you children, in the same way you have to decorate others. Engage yourself in the service of changing thorns into flowers. Remain a trustee. Second, just as the Father has decorated you children, in the same way you have to decorate others. Engage yourself in the service of changing thorns into flowers. Remain a trustee. Blessing. May you remain completely pure in Brahmin life with a lesson of belonging to one and staying in your spiritual royalty. May it remain completely pure in Brahmin life with the lesson of belonging to the One and staying in your spiritual royalty. Make the lesson of belonging to the One firm and include the royalty of purity into your Brahmin life, and this spiritual royalty will continue to through the whole cycle. Out of all souls from the Supreme Abode, the sparkle of the spiritual royalty and purity is the most elevated. In the beginning period, in your form of deities, there is especially in personality. Then, in the middle period, your images are bursting with discipline in the right way. The basis of Brahmin life is, in this confluence age, is the royalty of purity. Therefore, while you live this Brahmin life, you definitely have to remain completely pure. Slogan: become gods and goddesses of tolerance, and even those who insult you will then embrace you. Slogan: become gods and goddesses of tolerance, and even those who insult you will then embraces you. Om Shanti. Away signal 22. In every thought of you, elevated souls, let there be the feelings of benefiting everyone, transforming them in an elevated way, and of making them independent from being influenced. Blessing from the heart and congratulations of happiness for each one should be visible in your inner natural way. Because all of you are bestowers, the deities, the ones who give. Om Shanti.
शिव बाबा को याद कर, जीकर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद कर, जीकर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले